Okay, we ran out of time, and before I get to these cards, I want to say we have two British people here today, and I wanted to ask about the scandal with David Cameron.
I knew you were going to.
Really? Yes. Have you heard about it? Was it Lord Ashcroft?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire, gave a lot of money to the Tories. I assume he's somewhat like a British Koch brothers.
Yeah, except he pays no tax in England.
Just like the Koch brothers.
Yeah.
He pays no tax?
No tax, no.
Wow.
But
Well,
he gave
and
a lot of money to the Conservative Party,
Yes.
and then he was very pissed off.
Very pissed
when
off.
he was not really made a major figure of it.
And he apparently has gotten back at them by writing this memoir where he says the current Prime Minister, the Conservative David Cameron, when he was at Oxford, engaged in marijuana smoking, some kind of weird sex parties, and I guess as a hazing ritual, put his penis in the mouth of a pig.
Live pig? Or?
No, a dead pig.
Dead pigs.
And a female pig. There's nothing basically wrong with Cameron.
Exactly. I don't know what the problem is.
But
Cambridge, we did it with sheep.
really? So this is not unusual, or
No.
to British people, this wouldn't sound weird.
Nothing out
It's
of
very sounds.
Explain to me, what actually seems weird about it to you?
Well, I mean, putting your penis in the mouth of a dead pig, I was not a part of a fraternity system.
Okay.
Well, I have
So-
to say
But I would've- yeah.
that from my point of view, the thought of putting my penis in a dead pig is impossible because I don't have one.
You know what's kind of funny, though?
I don't.
The fact that it was a dead pig doesn't make it sound any better.
No.
It just...
I think it's horrible.
Safer, but not better.
And
Yeah.
it's
The British
safer
are
indeed.
different, aren't they? I mean, they just are.
Some of them.
I know, but there's been so many pedophilia scandals lately with people in show business and power, and here we just keep it to the church.
Not in Holland, not in Europe. It's all over the place.
Okay, let's get to the questions. Ron Reagan, what explains the Republicans' obsession with your father?
Well, he's better than Nixon, I guess, if you're going to have a year. I mean, who else do they have, really? But it's true. Every election cycle, they trot him out again. He's like a fetish object.
Oh, my
They've all got to stroke the Gipper,
Well, yeah.
Ooh, stroke the Ronnie there. And then, of course, the question arises as to whether he would be welcome in today's Republican Party. And I think if you look at the record, when he was governor of California, signed a liberal abortion law. As president, he raised taxes after cutting them when he found out that raising them or cutting them didn't really work. Amnesty for 3 million immigrants.
Offered to get our nukes down to nothing with garbage.
200 Marines killed in Lebanon in the barracks bombing. He did not go to war in Iraq.
Cut and ran.
Ran out of there, said let's get out. And when an ozone hole opens up over the South Pole, due to our putting chlorofluorocarbons into the atmosphere, that was a refrigerant, of course.
Right.
He did not decide that this was a liberal hoax designed to deprive us of cold beer.
Right.
He actually did something about it.
Right.
Encouraged everybody else to do so too. So on that basis, I would say
forgot
probably
what
not
a
welcome.
giant liberal Ronald Reagan
Really?
was. Right.
You forget, don't you?
Right. Well, I mean, he also said Medicare was socialism that would rob us of our freedom.
Well, he had his moments.
Yeah, he had his moments. But I mean, the dear departed Scott Walker, who we were just talking about, I mean, this guy loves Ronald Reagan to the point of, you talk about a fetish, he and his wife purposely got married on Reagan's birthday.
Isn't that sad?
It is so sad. It's like single white female with a dead guy. They like have parties on his birthday where they eat his favorite foods.
Yeah.
He had his
So creepy.
he had his picture in his
Just so
college
creepy.
room. I know, it must make you especially.
Yeah, no, I want to bathe.
Yeah, you need to get this man a shower. Okay. If
Then you go on about a guy just putting a penis in.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Priorities, John. If Bernie Sanders wins New Hampshire, does that unseat Hillary as the presumptive Democratic nominee? No. He's from the next state. Spike, what is the best green car out there right now? Good question.
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
What is the
because
best green
diesel's now falling apart. That's, Volkswagen's going to stay in business, but diesel may not, just because of what's just happened.
Because these cars are all diesel that they were
These are
cheating
only
on?
diesel cars, and there are 11 million of them. There were 800,000, I think, or 500,000 here in the United States. But it was only cars made from 2009 to 2015.
I'm so ignorant about cars and so behind on this stuff that I would never have bought a diesel car because I associate diesel still with the dirt. It's like the truck
Exactly.
with the big
Yeah, that's
smoke.
it.
That's what I think of as diesel.
But what they were selling...
and apparently it was.
It was, right. It was. They were selling clean diesel.
It's like when they said clean coal. It never existed. They just said
Well,
the words together. Clean coal.
They do exist.
What does?
There is clean diesel. There's a substance you put in the diesel engine called urea, which is also what's in urine. It's the same stuff. They can synthesize it. So it's literally a piss injection engine. And this car didn't have it. And everybody wondered, well, how did they do it? How did they do it without the urea? And they did not. So, but here's what I would say. The big winners...
You learn a lot on the show. Don't you feel like you left here learning something?
Yeah.
I never knew this about...
This is so much better than television.
Here's what I would say, though. The big winner in the scandal is our old friend, the Prius. Or even though, it's been around for a a terrific car, it's been around forever. Electric cars are going to do well because of this, Tesla and everything else. And then the Germans are coming with their electric cars in 2018, so there's their comeback, maybe.
Okay. Jane, what ways can the average person get involved in animal conservation?
Oh, there's so many ways, but the way I'm advocating is we have a program for young people. We can fight and struggle and work to save animals, to save environments, but if the new generations coming up aren't going to be better stewards than we are, what's the point? So we have this program, Roots and Shoots. It's now in 140 countries.
What's it called?
Roots and Shoots.
Roots and Shoots.
Roots and Shoots. Imagine a big tree.
Yes.
Think how it begins, a little tiny seed.
Small
little
acorn.
tiny roots and shoots
Right.
appear. But the magic in that seed is so powerful that those little roots to reach the water can work through rocks and push them
Right.
aside. That little shoot to reach the sunlight can go through cracks in a brick wall and knock it down. Hundreds and thousands of young people of all ages around the world choosing projects to make the world a better place, rolling up their sleeves, being empowered to take action. That's what gives me the most hope.
You could save many animals.
Hundreds and hundreds of animals, because what we need to realize is that animals like us have personalities, they have feelings, happiness, sadness, fear, despair, and we should respect them.
Sometimes our penis is in their mouths.
You're a bad man. Listen, I'm going to challenge you. Will you put your penis in the mouth of a dead
No, ma'am.
orangutan?
No. Ma'am, I'm an American. America, fuck yeah. John, what can you tell us about your new show with Eric Idle? Oh, that's got to be awesome.
Nothing.
Now, why did you choose Eric as opposed to the other remaining?
I like him
better.
marginally better than the others. And he's also very good at music.
Right.
So we need a little bit of song.
Always look on the
Exactly,
bright side of life.
And we're going to trot it out in Florida, because in Florida, if we bomb, nobody will know, right? So.
No, they will. I mean, you guys are big. Whatever you do.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, if we fail in Saratoga, no, Sarasota.
Yeah, I played there.
And Florida's real.
Believe
it's a real
me.
place.
It's a real place.
Nothing is
But
private anymore.
Did you
first
ever
of all.
read any newspapers about a bad review in the Sarasota Bugle?
Sarasota Bugle.
No, I think you're underestimating how anticipated this show is.
Sure, yeah.
So.
Well, it's not very good.
Lowering expectations. This is a
No,
good political trick.
I'm just telling the truth. I'm bored with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not a very good show. It's what we call sit-down comedy.
Is it new material?
Well, the material's from about 1967. It's not new, but it's not well known.
Post-war. Post-war. Post-war.
I think you're being very modest because you and Eric
But it's
Idle
charming, isn't
are the
it?
Lennon and,
From a huge star.
you two are the
like me.
Lennon and McCartney of comedy, and I would walk about 1,000 miles to see that. All right, we gotta go. Thank you very much, everybody.